So,
All right.
yeah, so we're officially live. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Uh, tumult. I do, right? I do. I got a little too much hair right now. But, yeah, we are trying to do Twitch now. Here's, we are the, or who are the Lone Rangers? It's been a rough start. Yeah, who are we? So, and I've got a cat jumping on the table right. If you're just tuning in, we just started a minute ago. This is going to be our new video podcast, uh, which, by the way, we are going on pretty much zero preparation. I think the way we did this was a week ago. I said, "Hey, Mitch, do you want to do this?" And he said yes. Yeah, Mitch literally downloaded Skype today, and that's how we ended up here. Can you even do that anymore? Isn't she back in jail? Also true. Also true. But yeah, so since this is the first episode, and if you guys want to chat along or do anything, I know we only got 3 people in the chat, but it's the first episode. We're just doing what we can right now. I figure we start off with introductions. I am Jeff Cannonball, and this is my tag partner, Mitch Vallon, and I am the tag. This is true. But I figured maybe and Mitch, I didn't even run these notes by you just because things got off to a little bit more of a hectic start. Uh, yeah, this is true. Action Ortiz says this goose volume doesn't work. Does that mean you or me? Because I hear you fine. People in the chat, can you hear us okay? I'm going to say he's not because the one time I ever saw a bear in real life, I was with him. And that was a pretty big moment in my life. Also, I've got a Mountain Dew here because that's what you do on Twitch, I think. And also, I can hear you. Mitch, I think he means you, but I hear you fine. I know. Uh, no, and I hear you fine. If there's other people watching, feel free to let us know as well if you can hear Mitch, whether you want to put it in the chat here or I don't know, tweet at us or something like that. But, yeah.
Can you not hear? Can they not hear Mitch?
You don't have to scream. Hold on one second. Producer Tara Calloway is going to step in real quick. He's saying that they can't hear Mitch.
Okay.
Hold on.
Mitch, say something.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. Now, can you guys hear him?
Can you guys hear Mitch now?
Can you hear Mitch?
Okay.
Yeah, this thing's moving. Okay, cool.
Sorry. Okay, hang on. Let me put you down a little bit. Okay.
All right. Hey,
You should be good now.
Cool.
off to a rough start. Not so bad for 4 minutes in. Today's been
No,
hectic.
That's
I mean,
okay, because if they couldn't hear me, I just want to start screaming!
exactly. And we had a bunch of. I have notes here, but let's talk about how our day went because I know you ran into some problems today, right before we started.
Well, they weren't my problems. It's just that whoever was the truck driver of this huge truck on I-84 that pretty much burned to shreds, stopped traffic on both sides. However, when I hit traffic, I really had to pee, and I had an hour and a half drive ahead of me. So pretty much I was wondering, what's this heavy traffic? It's 12 o'clock, and everybody should be working. Then I saw the truck, and I said, that's why. And I made sure I didn't make any other move because, well, my bladder was telling me it was time to empty the can.
There you go. That's a rough day, but
well, I made it though.
You made it.
I would have peed on the street.
That's fair.
Or something like that, but I didn't have to.
That person and their flaming vehicle, that does suck. But literally, I would say 3 minutes before we started this, I stepped in cat puke, so I'm having the worst day, if you ask me.
Stop.
My cat puked all over the place. Producer Tara Calloway was setting this up with Mitch, and I walked over off camera to just riff a little bit on the guitar. while I was killing time and just stepped right in cat puke. So today's going great. Good day to do a first podcast. If you're watching, feel free tweet out twitch.tv/WATLoneRangers. Have other people come watch us.
But the thing is, how big is a cat puke puddle?
I mean, I would say it fit my entire foot. It was
No,
mostly liquid. It was mostly liquid.
Was it Felix?
I'm gonna blame Miko. I think, and I keep looking over where the puddle was, as if that's gonna tell me.
Is Miko the gray one?
Miko's the gray one, our baby cat. He's the.
You guys have 3.
We have 3. Felix, the 3-legged one. Sage, the black one who was behind me over here before, and then Miko, the baby, little gray baby.
Gotcha.
But anyway, that's how our day's going. So let's talk about this a little bit, Mitch. What was the first time we met? Because I genuinely don't remember. I have an idea, but I feel
It
like
wasn't anything special. The first time we met was at a Warriors of Wrestling studio taping.
Was it really?
Yeah, you were tag partners with Brandon Kirk at the time. You guys were doing the Rogues.
Okay. What did you do?
I heard about your name when you worked Action Ortiz at the Sanctuary.
Okay. Oh.
He told me you got blown up easily.
Which is definitely true. To this day.
And pretty much, I mean, it was just a quick hi, Mitch. Hi, Jeff. You did your little wrestling thing.
I did.
And then the last time we met, which you probably may remember this one, it was at TOD 16.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I watched the Flaming Table and I thought you were cool. So I wanted to get to know you more.
Somewhat
and
mistaken.
You seemed like a cool dude, so I was hoping I would start talking to you more somehow. But
and
anytime I force anything, it doesn't end well at all.
But I don't think we forced it. I don't think we really got to know each other as well until H2O. If I'm telling any tales out of school, you tell me right now.
100%. In all honesty, we started to get to know each other better when at TOD 17 you grab the ukulele and you go, Mitch, give me a song to play and I won't play it.
Yep.
And then you played the Bro Hymn by Pennywise.
Yep. That's what I did the entire show. I either played Bro Hymn or Smells Like Teen Spirit, or I think a Nirvana song. That's all I played the entire time. Everybody was probably real happy with me. Not to mention that was my
you made that locker room a lot better.
Well, I appreciate it because it's also my first time there since the previous TOD, which I've told that tale plenty of times. And if you don't know, I've got a DVD out now, Smart Mark video.
Yes.
But we'll plug that at the end. We'll plug those.
Buy Jeff Cannonball's DVD. It's awesome. He has a 4-hour interview. I have no idea how he's able to talk for 4 hours, but he did. With some of his best matches.
That's
the
true.
only thing that's pissing me off is his best match that was against me at Bloody Burgers is not on there.
Well, that's because it's on your DVD, which is also available, also very good. Also, I was going to save this all for the end, but also smartmarkvideo.com, where you also do an interview, and you also have your best matches, including that match.
Pretty much, I think all the matches I've wrestled in H2O are on that DVD.
Well, that brings me to my next part of my notes, which are kind of scattered.
Wait, introduce yourself and how. What did you think when you met me? Because I want to hear this.
I honestly don't remember the Warriors thing, but I feel like Warriors was always very weird, where there was a lot of people I've never met before. So things like that kind of hit my brain and left. I definitely remember talking at TOD. I remember talking about the Flaming Table a lot, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's kind of when I start slowing down with it, because it's really hard to get people to come on and hurt themselves for no money while talking to me.
Cowards.
Yeah, cowards. But I remember you were a big fan of that, and so we definitely hit it off talking about that a little bit. And I remember later down the line, Matt Tremont of H2O, which H2O does rule. Thank you, Front Smith Grind.
Thank you, Front Smith.
He was telling us he wants you and I to have a match. I think it was right after you wrestled Low Life Louie.
Yeah.
Is that
Low
correct?
Life Louie was the first match of the Deathmatch Trial Series at Written in Blood. And then he was telling me he wanted me to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
You cut a promo telling everybody that I'm a really weird individual and all that.
Yes.
Then you said you're weird.
Yep. I was going to say, I said it with love. Let's not leave that part out.
Yes. No, I'm happy I'm not normal.
Yes. We're
Being
two
normal sucks.
goofy, weird fucks, and That's why I thought it'd be a good idea for us to have this Twitch stream now up to a massive 8 people watching.
Yes.
Which thank you.
8 people watching. Thank
Hey,
you.
it's our first time. I really appreciate anybody checking this out.
I remember my first time.
That's episode 2. We're going to talk about Mitch's first time. And now we might even hold that out. We're going to try to do this weekly as well. Again, I probably should have said that all the intro. We're going to try to do this every Friday, 7 to 8, so that way you guys can go and watch your SmackDown, which I forgot was on Fridays. Mitch had to remind me that we had to do this early so people can go and watch SmackDown starring Brock Lesnar, I think. But that brings me to my next point. I did that promo with you. I kissed you on the forehead, and I remember your blood made my lips feel chapped immediately, and I had chapped lips for like 3 days after that from kissing you on the head. I don't think I've ever told you that because it's a weird thing to say. But here we are.
You voluntarily kissed me on the forehead.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. You didn't tell me to do it. I chose to do that. And that brought us to our first match. Do you remember the date?
I remember it was a Friday. I think it was November 30th.
It was November 30th, 2018. I wrote it down.
Wait, I was right?
Yeah, you were right. November 30th. I guess it was a Friday. I'll take your word for that. I just wrote the date down.
Oh no, it was a Friday. That was when it was H2O was running every other month, and
yes,
they were doing Friday shows still.
Fair enough. And it was, and you and me, I think we had a stipulation. I think it was cinder blocks and carpet strips, right? Or did we just make it that?
No, you made it that.
Because in that building, a couple years prior, I think 2016, I had a very, and I don't say this too often, but I had a very good match with G Raver with that same stipulation. So I thought if this was your trial series, I would do the exact same thing. Do that with you. Thoughts on that match? Any remembrance of that match?
Your match at G Raver? I wasn't there for that.
No. Our match.
Yeah, I remember we were actually following Jason Gorey and G Raver that night.
Oh wow!
And all I remember is they did a bunch of crazy stuff, going off ladders, chairs, and stuff. And my thought is, crud, crowd's gonna get tired before we even get out there. So, however, it was Bloody Burgers, and I thought, wait, Jeff's vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something with burgers. I mean, yeah, cheeseburger was on there, but he doesn't get burgers to throw it at people.
That's true. And if I remember correctly, I don't think he was there. I think he ended up having to cancel that show.
Yeah.
And he made it up. So that show name, we can say was based on our match now.
Yeah, we made the Bloody Burgers.
So
yeah, I just remember I thought, well, we could do a comedy spot in the beginning,
which I'm always for
the crowd just to wake up a little bit.
Yep. So we fought over a cheeseburger.
I tried to get you to eat a cheeseburger, and if you think it went a little too long, the crowd got into it.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking it was too long. I think we did what we had to do with that.
Yeah, I was quoting Napoleon Dynamite. I was saying Tina, eat the food. Eat the food. And then you end up shoving the burger in my mouth and giving me a cutter in the center. This is true.
And then we had a good match, from what I remember. I remember
the match made the nomination for Match of the Year that year.
Okay, there you go. You have a better memory than me, and that's why we're doing this together. Because Mitch has a better memory than me. Because I'm an idiot.
You're too hard on yourself.
Here we are. I also look terrible. I look like a weird, melting, sweaty potato.
I mean,
with way too much hair.
It's like what I was mentioning to someone about you before, and they said
that I look like a potato.
No, you're nice to everyone else, and you're just terrible to yourself.
I feel like that's been the way I've always been, where I've always kind of been harsh on myself. But I think that's okay. I think that's what you kind of have to do sometimes, to an extent. Maybe I go too far.
It's not okay with the skinny tube.
What?
The skinny tube.
Skinny tube? What? Did somebody say something about skinny tubes?
Yeah. You want the skinny tube.
Oh. Yeah, I have requested to use skinny light tubes, and you and others have always talked me out of it. But one day.
Yeah, stop being so nasty to yourself.
I will for the podcast. I will make a serious attempt at that. But that was our first time wrestling, and that was part of. And I've said this before. A great story that kind of your introduction was probably my favorite introduction in all of H2O, where you had the Deathmatch Trial series and it led up to Hardcore Kingdom, which you did win. Again, all available on Mitch's DVD. We'll plug it more at the end, though. But in my opinion, and I said it when your DVD came out, probably the best introduction story I've seen in H2O, if not almost all of independent wrestling. Because it built you up so well right off the bat. And people they still love you.
Thank God.
Thank God. And you know what? Because they love you, I've been able to kind of sneak in there. And I think I've had a little bit of a resurgence as well.
Yeah, they've always loved you.
I have my time. I have my time.
Shut up. They've always loved you.
Fair. But
legit, every time you came out, they would chant Cannonball.
They like me. I don't know what I did.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, I will stop because, like I said, I will try to do better for this. Moving on in our history, do you remember what our first tag match was?
Yeah, we wrestled the Extricated at Too Tough to Quit. It was the show after Hardcore Kingdom. We didn't even plan on starting a tag team. What happened was Matt just put us in a match together, and the match went well. People liked us as a tag team, and that's how it all started.
Was that our first tag?
Together? Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Then I messed up my notes. You win this one.
What does your notes say?
In my notes, which could be wrong, I put them together today. Our first tag I had was versus Dale Patricks and Marcus Crane at Subterranean Violence, May 18th, 2019.
That was our first victory.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The first of many. I don't think we've lost an H2O since that. But wow, good memory. I forgot about the Extricated match. Do you have any notes on that one? How that went?
Yeah, Mouse screwed us.
Oh, that was the show where Deppen was involved, right?
That too. Thank you for reminding me on that one.
Lights out, lights on. Deppen's in the ring.
Yeah, get in the ring, man. I would run into like a fan or something with the lights out.
Same, 100% the same. And I remember Deppen and I talking about it. Deppen, very good friend of mine. We talk almost every day. Me and him were talking about how, what if the crowd doesn't respond at all when the lights go on? And he's just standing there in silence. And we decided that we would both just walk out the front door and go home. Luckily,
you guys would have just left me there because you guys didn't tell me any of that.
That's true. Luckily, they loved him. The crowd reacted big to him. He hit the best of Tony Deppen in that ring. You yelled that you want breakfast, and then you yelled whoop whoop and did a dive off the apron. I remember now. My memory is starting to work.
I did the Cactus Jack elbow.
Yes,
and I was trying to be all superhuman, except that I'm not super famous, so I didn't get the recognition.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, you've never said terrible racist things on Instagram.
Wait, what?
You didn't see that? He had it came out, and somebody else might be able to tell me more about this. I guess he had like other Instagrams that were like real hard N-words and things like that, and I don't know too much. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta unfollow him now.
Deppen's not in here. Deppen was the one who told me all about it. I didn't know any of this until he told me.
I legit didn't know now.
Right. Yeah.
I stay out of the bubble, so I hear everything everybody talks about. I'm just in shock.
Oh, and Roch just said that someone else claimed he said racist shit on IG Live, which I think I remember that he called somebody like the N-word, and then he tried to say he called them nachos or something instead. Something weird.
Oh my gosh.
But enough about Superhuman. That was the way our first tag match went, as you said. Then we had Dale Patricks, Marcus Crane, 5/18/2019. I remember, was it supposed to be Josh Crane instead of Marcus, and something went wrong?
I just remember learning about the match when Matt Tremont announced the card live on Facebook Live, and you told everybody to do angry reacts only as he was recording.
I believe that. You always got it. And you know what? Let's put that in here. Let's put that on Twitch for everybody. Anytime Matt posts something about H2O, or myself especially, hit it with an angry react. He loves it. I love it. It's always funny to me. Really, right now, I think it's just me and you who do it. A few people have caught on in our little Facebook roster group. If you want the invite, I'll send it to you later, everybody in the chat room. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. Mitch
I
definitely
usually angry whenever Papa Giorgio says he'll be at a show. I angry react it.
Oh, so good. Oh, so good.
Oh, by the way, referee Nick Papa Giorgio has a possibility of being voted in something.
Does he?
I guess, like he's in some poll or something. Either way, go on Twitter and vote for Nick Papa Giorgio.
Yeah, I don't think I knew this. I will hop on Twitter later, and I will also be voting for Papa Giorgio. So please, everybody.
If you don't follow him on Twitter, follow him at, I hope it's Ref Nick Papa Giorgio.
It's something like that.
And then he has some kind of tweet where you can vote for him. Just vote for him.
Yeah, go vote.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just vote for him.
Yeah, why are you being such a dick about it? Just go vote for him, you idiots.
Yeah, just go vote.
Guys.
It's what they told us in school, right? Just go out and vote.
Vote. Just go rock the vote. Vote or die. Puff Daddy all day, 2000.
Yeah.
I think that was 2000. I don't remember.
I don't remember. He has his own vodka now, though.
These guys own everything. Puff Daddy's killing it. Puff Daddy's absolutely
Is he
killing
Puff Daddy again?
No, I think he's Diddy now. Or P. Diddy.
Okay, well, Puff Daddy is his best name ever.
Oh, obviously. Moving on in our history, and then we will get to some fan questions that people were nice enough to leave us on Twitter and Instagram and all sorts of things. And again, if you guys are watching, feel free, please tweet us out, put us on Facebook, put the twitch.tv/WATLoneRangers.
Raj, you can't have nachos. You're doing well with your health, and I see what you've been doing.
Yeah, you are.
No nachos, Raj.
And I was doing pretty good giving up soda, and then I realized we were twitching, and so I feel like for twitching, you gotta drink Mountain Dew.
They have vegan soda.
Yeah, also
like all natural organic soda.
Oh, I've definitely had stuff like that. Oh, I got a cat over here not gonna let me pick it up. But no, I've had stuff like that as well. It's all good though. Last thing I have as far as our history goes, one of our milestones. We won the tag team titles. Do you remember the date?
All I remember was WrestleMania 2 when we wrestled Chondo and Mark Angel.
It's true.
And I'm convinced I legit beat up Chondo almost every match.
Yeah.
Like to the point where he just can't walk anymore.
I believe that. I mean, he hurts himself a lot, and it's his own fault. So it's
he puts himself in these situations.
Yes. And he asked for a lot of dumb things. I once threw him from the top rope on top of a shopping cart, and he wasn't walking. He wasn't walking great that night either. I just want to interrupt real quick to say, this soda is so good, just like Power Catman would say. I hope Power Catman's watching at some point, or we'll watch it. Maybe we'll put this on YouTube after. Also, no, it's not Mountain Dew Zero. It's a Mountain Dew Heavy. We don't do light soda. But yeah, we won the titles. Mark Angel, Jimmy Lyon, September 28th, 2019. And I will say, we still have those titles almost a year later, 2 months shy of a year. Any thoughts on that match? Any remembrance of that match?
I beat the holy hell out of Chondo.
I feel like
I bled a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I bled.
A huge gash on my head.
What was that from?
Just
mitching around.
Sometimes you just get that slice.
There you
Happens
go.
by a freak accident, unexpectedly.
Yeah. You guys know. Everybody in the chat knows. You guys, every once in a while, you just get that nice slice. I heard that. Mitch warned me. Am I allowed to say this? Very, very Mitch of you. Am I allowed to put this out there?
I don't care.
That before we started, you warned me that you ate 2 cans of beans and drank a coffee. And
they weren't Goya.
No. Pretty much you warned me that you would be farting and it might make it into the chat. So we got our first, the first I heard of that at least. So congratulations. I'm glad you guys were here with us for that. Real quick, I saw in the chat, Frontside Grindhouse, how to get good at fingerboarding. Pretty much just don't have a life. Sit home and play with a real expensive toy as much as possible. Know how to skateboard without being able to actually do it because it hurts to do in real life. So just know how to do it with your fingies. And if I thought, I would have grabbed a fingerboard before this, but it's all the way over there. But that's
He's really good with his fingers. I'm jealous.
Let's be honest, Mitch. You're really good with your fingers too. I've been there, done that. So now, let's get to some questions. I asked people online to give us some questions. Honestly, I thought that we would get like 2 questions, and I would feel real depressed about it. But you know, that's what happens when you first start a. I don't know if you call this a podcast or a video podcast. What are you laughing about already? What I missed?
Twitch is on a delay, and I just saw you zoom into the camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is I don't fully know how to stream properly, so we are streaming on Skype and then putting it onto Twitch. So yeah, there's a little bit of a delay that Mitch is seeing because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So here, let's get to some questions. Mitch, how do you feel about that?
Questions.
And before we get to them, Mitch, I know you said you wrote the official questions theme song, so hit it.
Questions.
Perfect.
Questions. At last, you're on your home.
There we go. And now we got some questions. I figured the first one, I didn't write down anybody's name because I saw it a lot. People said that there's 2 of you. You're not exactly alone. Why didn't you call yourself the Two Rangers? I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't get it. So let's move on from that. Good friend of, I think, independent wrestling as a whole. I don't even know if she's watching. Happy Peep on Twitter. Ami Morgor. Ami?
I love Ami.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if she's watching. I feel like she'd be in the chat more, so she might not be watching. But she did ask a question. How fast can... It's a 4-part question. How fast can you navigate an IKEA? Can you get me Type M light bulbs? When can you get here? And how much do I owe you? Mitch, you go first.
What exactly is IKEA?
It's a furniture store. It's a furniture store that also sells meatballs.
It's German, right?
Swedish, I think, right? Swedish.
Oh no, I only asked that because in the old movie Rocket Man starring Harlan Williams, when he's singing "I Got the Whole World in My Hands" and he goes, "Now the Germans," and he's like, "Eat, steam, a dog in Volkswagen, IKEA."
I don't remember.
I thought IKEA was like a German thing after he said that.
I don't remember. I'm almost positive it's Swedish. They do have meatballs. They also have vegan meatballs, which are actually very good. And then I eat too many, and then I feel gross, and then I think I hate them, but they're great. So to answer, how fast can you navigate in IKEA? Mitch just learned what IKEA was, so probably not very fast.
I mean, if it's furniture, it's probably all the same.
That's fair.
I could probably go through it fast because there's probably some creepy salesman that's following me right behind me, like in Bob's Discount.
That's fair. That's
fair.
fair.
Right when you walk in, hi, how are you? But then like you're looking at everything, there's like that one little creeper behind you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Can you get her Type M light bulbs?
I could send her a link where she could find them on Amazon.
Okay. I think she wants them from IKEA, so it's up to us. But I will say, I
would just try to convince her to take the meatballs as much as you can.
That's a good idea. She's also vegan, but they do have vegan meatballs, so it works out for both of us.
They have vegan meatballs.
I think I've been in IKEA once, so I'm also going to say not very fast. I also don't do many things very fast at all, so not very fast. I don't know what a Type M light bulb is, so I'm going to say no, I can't get them because it'll be really inconvenient on my life to look up what they are and then find. And I love you, Ami, but I just don't have time to figure out IKEA and then what a Type M light bulb is. She also wants to know, when can you get here?
Whenever she wants.
Same. Whenever you want. I won't have the Type M light bulb, so let's get that straight. I might have some vegan meatballs. We could put them in a roll with maybe some peppers.
I will have a link to where she could order the Type.
So, Ami, if you're watching this, Mitch will send you a link. And then how much does she owe you? Mitch, you're sending that link, so really she doesn't owe us anything. She's going to be the one buying them, right?
Yes.
That's completely fair. Moving on, I have another question here from a Robbie douchebag. Shockingly, not his real last name. I've known this dude for years. I knew that this was going to get this reaction. I have known Mr. Douchebag since I was probably. So yeah, I think I've known Sir Douchebag since I was about 15 years. Oh. What's got you laughing, Mitch? Scotty K. Scotty K, hello. Great time to join us. I think Mitch is broken. Great time to tune in if you guys are just putting the link out there. Mitch is broken. Mitch is officially broken. As I was saying, we got a question from Senor Douchebag. I've known him since I was about 15 years old. Great guy, not a douchebag whatsoever. His last name, he's not a man of his name. He wants to know, real talk though, why don't you all walk out to Degenerated?
I gave you the decision. I remember I asked, what's your favorite, like, what were some rap songs you like?
Yep.
Because I didn't want to come out to some generic rock song like
Agreed.
everyone else on the independent scene.
And
I want to be different. Even though I don't look like a hip-hop head at all, I enjoy the hip-hop. The hip-hop is very good.
The least hip-hop head way to say that.
I may not understand a lot of the witty wordplay due to my slow brain function, but I appreciate it and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you threw out Onyx and Shout, and I said, I like this. Let's stick with it.
I think
also a lot of people complain when the wrestlers come out after like a very long intro, and once it gets to the vocals and Degenerated, it's kind of takes a while.
Yeah, you've got like a long drum intro and like a bass part. I remember saying, I think I said this to you right off the bat, I just thought it was like too obvious. It was too on the nose where like anybody would guess that's what we're coming out to. Granted, people ask about that a lot, so maybe we were the wrong ones on that. But I love Onyx. I am also a fan of the hip hop, as Mitch said. And I actually have wanted to use that song for a long time for wrestling. And I thought that me and Mitch, two big dudes who were a little bit rough around the edges, not as much as the fellows of Onyx, but just, like tough looking, scary looking dudes at times.
Keep talking.
Onyx.
I'll be back.
Okay. Well, I don't know what just happened. But yeah, I just thought Onyx was a great thing. It was something that I wanted to use for a long while. And yeah, like I said, Degenerated, the version from Airheads was just too on the nose. And I think the actual version by Reagan Youth is it's a little bit too vulgar. And now we got a weird underneath shot of Mitch. I don't know what's happening over here.
We're continuing answering Mr. Douchebag's question because he's upset we don't come out to Degenerated.
No,
but I like our song.
Yeah,
our
no.
song's cool.
I do like it. Again, it was Shout by Onyx, so feel free go ahead and check that out.
It's a good song.
It is a great song.
It's on Spotify.
It is.
You can listen to it there. I like the rap group. They're very good.
That's true.
Oh.
I don't know what just happened over at Mitch's house. Because now it looks like, okay, we're looking at you from like an underneath shot, and I didn't know what was happening.
I turned the light on.
Oh, nice.
So people could see this face.
That is a good
face. It was dark, and I needed to lighten up the mood.
Glamour shot. There we go, Scotty.
The only problem is the electric bill will go up now, but that's okay.
That's fair. That's fair. I've got a ring light on me because producer Tara Calloway told me it would make it look better. But that's what I look like. No going back. Also, I just want to point out Rocha's in the chat. And wait, hold on. There we go. This Jason mask right here, I bought that at the first interspecies wrestling show I ever wrestled on against Fluffy the Killer Bunny. There was a toy convention beforehand, and I went and I bought this out. This right there. There was a guy selling a bunch of Jason masks. I remember texting Tara Calloway and saying, "Hey, do I want to spend $40 of Canadian money on this match right here. She said it's your money. You do what you want, and so I got it. I'm pretty happy I can just point to it now. Raj just said what in the chat. I think that was his first time hearing it. We've got. Did you freeze, Mitch, or is that what's going on? I don't know how the stream is because I know every once in a while when Tara streams it's a little choppy. So I was very thrown off for a second.
Next question.
What'd you? Next question. Perfect. Stream is running well. Friend of both of us, I believe. I think you might hate him. Trooper Autobahn. Troop. He had a question. He said, and we kind of already.
Agnew.
Yes, there you go. Real names. Mike Raj wants.
Wait. You mean to tell me that his gimmick name is not Timothy Agnew?
No, shockingly, it's Trooper Autobahn. That's not his real name.
Trooper is his real name.
No, you had it right. I messed up.
So Trooper is his real name.
We're gonna say yes because I would never call him Tim.
All right.
He had a question. He said, and we kind of already answered it. What happened to make you two become a tag team?
We just got booked as one, and then people liked us.
That's kind of it, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it was no special love at first sight, like where I saw you. I'm like, tag partner.
That's true.
Nah, it was more just Matt Tremont going, so you and Cannonball are going to be teaming up for the next show, and we'll see how it happens.
Yeah.
Then after the show, the crowd kind of liked you as a tag team, so I think we're going to stick with it.
Yep. And I remember Matt saying to me that the match with the Extricated would almost be like, let's see how they feel about you guys tagging, because a little behind baseball here. He needed more, he wanted more tag teams, and he didn't really have any other good guy tag teams. So he put us together. He wanted to see how the crowd took to us. They seemed to like us, and they still seem to like us.
I hope so.
And also, you got complimented in the chat room on your Tremont impression. So congratulations on that.
I talk to him a lot.
You do. Don't you also have? And now we're getting off subject, but I think we answered the question.
Yeah. Timothy Agnew.
Yeah, Timothy Agnew.
Answered your question.
Yeah, we already answered your goddamn question.
Your real name.
Yeah, what is your real name?
What's your real name? Timothy Agnew?
Yeah, get out of here, you little jerk, you little...
No, don't get out of here. We need the views.
Yeah, we need the views. Stay in here. Anyway, there we go. Here we go. This is good content. I'm going to go away from the questions. We only have one other question, but I'm going to say, if I remember correctly, Mitch, you also do a pretty good Low Life Louie.
I do?
Do you? Am I making that up? I think everybody says they have a good Life Louie.
I think everybody thinks they have a good impression of anyone, especially the people who impersonate Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, I have an amazing Arnold impression. And all they do is, I'm like, yeah, I can make orgasm noises too, dude.
He can. I've heard him. Real and fake.
What's the difference? Nobody knows. No, I mean, I guess, like, anytime I talk about Louie, I always have to impersonate him.
That's true.
That's just how I am. Where, one time after the Extravaganza match, where I used a skateboard and I hit him and Casanova Valentine really hard.
Very hard.
Yeah, where Casanova, I'd be mad too. But
That's
then Lola Blue is like, no, brother, I get hard on that. Don't you ever apologize. I love it when it's real, brother.
I feel like, I'm going to say this, your Tremont's a lot better than your Low Life Louie. However, I think next Friday at 7 p.m., I'm just going to make you do impressions for a while if you're up for that.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like you...
Outside of wrestling impressions too, right?
Yeah, I'll write down a whole bunch. I'll surprise you with them.
All right, well, I have one request. Patrick Warburton.
I don't even know who that is.
David Putty, Seinfeld, Joe
Swanson.
Okay.
I'm not good with actors and names. I will probably Google a bunch of people and then ask you off that.
Yeah, Scotty K even said Putty from Seinfeld.
See, I'm sorry, everybody.
Who's Scotty K? Do you know him?
Not off of that name, so I don't know.
So we have a fan we never met before. Thank you, Scotty K, 81491. He just posted, I just want to see Mitch in the devil's gear.
Yeah, putty.
Oh, hell yeah. I would do that.
All right.
That's kind of fun.
So, Scotty, if you want to see that next Friday, 7 p.m., we're going to do this weekly.
Oh, I can't do the face paint. I don't know how to face paint.
That kind of makes me want you to do the face paint even more. But we will see. We'll see when we get there.
We'll do it. Oh, it's Scotty College. I know, the paramedic.
Oh, there you go. But hey,
he always offers me a beer.
There you go.
He also commented saying that promo cut on Stockade about telling him how much he sucks and selling the DVD to the dude. He liked that a lot.
Oh, that was very good. Because mostly...
I made money for H2O, so I had to. The best way possible was just telling people how much Stockade sucks and how I beat him.
That's true. Stockade does suck. Let's be honest about that.
What was the last question?
The last question that we get to now is from everybody's favorite, Roch, Mike Roch, ISW in the chat room. I believe that's his name on Twitter.
That's the one and only Roch.
The one and only Roch, the only Roch I know.
That's my Roch.
And now
you don't mess with my Roch.
Fair enough. I took some time on this one, so I can answer. Did you just mouth? Were you just angry at me?
My Roch.
Oh, okay. I already got to see his question, so I cheated and I already wrote down my answers. But I'll read you the question.
Okay, well, you're going to go first, though.
Yeah, 100%. So he wants us to recast Airheads. So I took that as the main three guys, and then I'm also going to add, because I forgot I thought about this, so I didn't write it down, and now I'm going to write it down so I don't forget it again.
You mean he wants us to say, like, all the lines?
No. Who would we cast to play it today?
Oh, yeah. If we did if they remade the movie, who would be in Airheads?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's what I have, because like I said, I already had the question, so I cheated and went first, mostly because I'm really, as I said before, I'm not great with actor names, so I had to think extra hard about this. I feel like you know things about...
The thing is, comedy is dead these days. When was the last time comedy came out?
I'm sure some have. I just didn't watch many of them.
Because they weren't funny?
Probably.
And they sucked?
Probably, but...
I've never heard of them because they sucked.
That's true, but...
Remember the movie This Is the End?
Yeah.
That truly was the end. That was the last comedy movie in this day and age that I thought was funny.
I feel like if I thought hard, I would think of some other ones I liked. But you might be right.
I'm right.
You are right. But, anyway, I took as the main three guys. You take it how you will. I will answer. Good Boys was a very good movie. Mike Roch pointed that out, that Good Boys was a good one. Have you seen that?
Who was in there? Oh, is that kid movie?
Yes, it's a bunch of actual children cursing and talking about blowjobs.
Yeah, well, yeah, anybody's going to laugh at that. That's cheap, though.
That's fair. I liked it a lot, actually. I will agree with that.
In all honesty, I never saw it, but Seth Rogen was in it, right?
Yes.
He was the principal?
I think so. I don't remember.
Roch, comment.
Yeah. Seth Rogen made it.
Seth Rogen made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder it was funny. Seth Rogen's good, but he hasn't done a lot in a while.
So I actually tried to avoid using him in mine, mostly because I didn't see where he would fit in, and he was the name I kept coming up with. But while you think, I will go first. For Brendan Fraser, we need a good main character to play that role, somebody who can act a little bit and make you laugh. So I went with Chris Pratt.
Who's Chris Pratt?
I know him from Parks and Rec, where he plays Andy, who's kind of like a goofy idiot. He's also a main character in... Yeah, he's Star-Lord in... what's that movie called? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh!
He's in Jurassic Park as well now.
Right, Jurassic World. Yeah, Chris Pratt.
I thought he would be a good lead, because Brendan Fraser, he's got the acting chops, so you need somebody who's funny with that. So I said Chris Pratt. The part of Adam Sandler, and not everybody likes this guy. I, however, am a big fan. I went with Pete Davidson, SNL alumni. Or he's actually a current member of SNL.
Oh, current?
Yeah, he's current.
I legit haven't watched SNL
It's
years.
It's better than people act. It's hit or miss, but it's better than people act. But really funny guy. I think he'd be a good Pip. Then for Steve Buscemi, you need somebody who's a little bit more off kilter, a little bit who's a little out there, a little wacky. So I went with my favorite, probably one of my favorite comedic actors these days, Eric Andre.
Oh, that's actually a lot different.
Right, right, and I think that's a good one. I was thinking about the scene where he's telling Pip that he's got to be aggressive, and I could see Eric Andre pulling that off very well, yelling at him to cut his head off with his dick. I actually also, and just giving you more time to think, I also went with a radio show, the radio owner. I forget that guy, the actor's name, or his character's name.
The DJ or the idiot who tried to change the radio station?
The one who tries to change the radio station.
Oh.
And I don't know the actor's name that I chose either, but he is in my favorite movie of all time, Dirty Work, and he's also, you probably know him more as Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
He's in Dirty Work?
Oh yeah, he's like the main protagonist in Dirty Work as well.
Kind of got to watch that movie now.
Oh dude, you come over anytime. I have 2 copies of it on DVD.
We should probably do like where we're actually in the same camera shot too.
I'm down for that too.
Yeah.
But now that I've given mine, I think it's your turn. Who do you have playing Brendan Fraser?
Can I start off with Rex?
Oh yeah, you start. Yeah, you go. How you
start? Well, my first thought was James Franco because I thought James Franco would look good with the long hair and Pineapple Express. And he looks like he could. What?
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he looks like he could be a real good asshole, and
Fair.
That's how Rex kind of was. Yeah, I could see James Franco as that. Brendan Fraser's character's got to be like a tall dude, like the one that stands out the most. Or maybe it's just because Brendan Fraser's just a big guy.
Fair.
Where the thing is, I don't know a lot of comedic actors these days.
Well, put anybody you got in there.
You know, he hasn't done a lot in a while, but I could see Jason Segel being Brendan Fraser's role.
I know that name. I can't think of who that is.
He was Marshall on How I Met Your Mother.
Never saw it.
He was also Pete in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Okay. I know who you mean.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, right?
What?
You've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
yes, I have.
Right? Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Yes.
He's the one that Sarah Marshall breaks up with.
Got it. I know exactly who you mean.
He was Sidney Fife in I Love You, Man.
Fair. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. He hasn't done a lot in a while because he broke up with somebody who had a lot of pull in Hollywood, and that's how he lost a ton of roles, what I've heard.
I did not know this, but I believe it. That's the way they go.
Hollywood's very political, kind of like wrestling.
Fair enough.
And then Pip.
Pip.
Who could be Pip?
Who you got as Pip?
Pip. I mean, I guess I could see Jonah Hill being the Pip.
You know what? That's actually where my mind went first. I actually thought about him as well.
Yeah, he's like one of the few like modern day comedic guys I know.
Right.
And I could see him being like playing that awkward role to get girls like Pip did.
Fair. Okay.
I'd want fat Jonah Hill though to be Pip.
That's why I didn't put him on mine. For the same reason pretty much as that he's not fat anymore. But
I mean, I wouldn't tell him to gain weight, but he still has that goofiness face to him. What I would do is I would actually have Brendan Fraser play the role of the cop.
Wow. Okay. I like that idea.
I mean, like, everybody does the cameo, but I think it would be cool for him to play a different role.
I like that idea a lot, actually.
Where he would, like, the guy from Ghostbusters play the cop.
Yep.
I would have Craig Ferguson play Chris Farley's role, that cop.
Wow. I like that. I like where you're going.
As the disc jockey, I would... Has to be somebody weird looking.
Artie Lang.
Wait a minute. Isn't that some, like, BMX guy or something?
Artie Lang? No, he was on Howard Stern. He's a comedian. his nose melted into his face because he snorted broken glass thinking it was cocaine.
Huh.
Also in Dirty Work, the greatest movie of all time.
Huh.
Fair enough. But yeah, so that's our recasting. I hope people tuned in hoping that they'd hear a lot about wrestling, and then we just spent the last 11 minutes talking about Airheads and who we would cast.
Well, that was the question. We had questions open, and it was a big one. Mike Roch, always with the good questions.
Always.
Yeah, he's got to give us a Bible. See, when I heard Art, I always think of Ollie Lang, who played for the San Diego Dynasty when they were doing that professional paintball on ESPN for a little bit.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, where they had the team, the San Diego Dynasty, the Stockholm Joy, and a bunch of other teams where they would play pro paintball.
I never saw this, but I feel like I would watch an episode and go, huh, that's.
I was watching it. I think I was in 8th grade. It was 7th grade, where it was during the FIFA World Cup when Italy beat France that year. They were in Germany. That was when I caught the paintball on the line. That, as well as that was, I think, the last year Takira Kobayashi won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest before Joey Chestnut just did started his 13-year reign.
Right, broke a record this year as well.
Yeah, he better reach Ric Flair status and win 3 more.
I don't. So I watched it this year. I never watch it, but the camera didn't show anybody but him. So I feel like that's the way that's gonna go.
No, Action Ortiz, that was not on the Ocho. The Ocho wasn't around.
I thought that was very fun. I was gonna read that to you once it was done. Mike Rocha only watches professional face punching. I assume he means that stuff in Russia where they just slap each other real hard. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, I followed him on Instagram. The only problem is I don't remember his name because it's in all Russian.
Yeah.
And their grammar is a lot, their language is a lot different with all the
characters.
Yeah, where he just crushed a watermelon with just one slap.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff, and it's so bizarre to me. Part of what, and kind of giving away a little bit more, is I was pitching to Mitch that we should start filming YouTube videos where we compete, and one of my ideas was slap competition, and then I realized I have no desire whatsoever to be slapped by anybody. Never mind you, who posts on Instagram videos of you throwing boulders around and
I don't throw them. I just pick them up and put them on a platform.
Yeah, and then you push them off, don't you?
Well, I had to pull them off.
That's
put
fair.
them back to the ground because I have to do it again.
Yeah, so as much as I don't want to be slapped by anybody, I'm going to say I especially don't want to be slapped by you. I
don't want to slap you either.
I appreciate it. So yeah,
if Rondo wanted to do the slap off, I'll do it.
That's fair. So everybody who's still watching, we will not be slapping each other if that's what you wanted. So get the fuck out.
I mean, I'll slap you in the ass if you want that.
Yeah, I do want that actually. Can you give that to me?
Yeah. We could put it on a YouTube video.
Perfect. That's a good YouTube video, right? That's the only thing in the video. It's 10-second video. It comes up. You say, "Are you ready?" I say, "Yep." You slap me in the ass. I go, "Ugh," and then it's over.
Yeah, but the thing is, I got to work on getting a good loud sound.
I feel like you'll be okay. Also, Action Ortiz wants a hula hoop competition. I'm going to add that to my note on my phone. Because in my phone, I have a note of all the things I want us to do. That's going on there. Because I don't know about you, but I will not be able to.
Put gym session on that list.
Oh, it's on there already.
Okay, good.
And I know that you're going to have...
It doesn't even have to be a challenge.
Just us at the gym.
And we're also going to do a smelling salt video.
I believe that's in there as well. So yeah, I'm going to be puking a lot, I think, in our videos.
I'm not having you drink my sweat or anything like they did in Jackass.
I would never. But I feel like if I tried to work out with you and keep up with you, I would puke all over myself.
Action Ortiz commented the Glizzy Gladiator. What's the Glizzy Gladiator?
I think that was in response to your paintballs. I believe glizzy, and I don't know if this is true, is a new slang for a penis.
Oh, hot dogs. He was talking about, I guess, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like I've recently heard glizzy used as a penis, and now I probably sound old because I'm trying to figure out like slang for dicks on Twitch.
I just want to know slang, so I know like if there's anything super bad I can never say, I know what it is instead of just saying it.
Well, why don't say all the slang you know right now? Let's see if any of it's bad.
Say what?
All the slang you know. We'll see if it's bad.
I don't even know that much slang. A lot of it sounds stupid.
This is true.
I wish I first heard this when someone refers to something as fire. I heard that in high school, and then when I heard it a couple of years ago again, I went, "Why couldn't this just die when I was in school?"
Wait, how old are you?
26. I'll be 27 next month.
Gotcha. I knew you were a good amount younger than me, so I was trying to think how long ago high school was for you, because I don't know when I heard that for the first time.
Yeah, I heard it in high school, and I thought it was dumb as hell.
It is.
And I still think it's dumb as hell.
It is, but
I prefer turn up over lit. When people go, let's get lit, I always like, let's turn up.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I like get wavy. That one's pretty cool.
Never got into that one.
I hate lit. Do I hate lit? Yeah, I hate fire.
You hate fire. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I'll do the fire emoji when I comment on someone like like in like the Instagram story.
Okay.
But I'll never say something like, "Oh, that was fire." No.
That's fair.
I'll just say that.
You just hit that emoji.
Whatever. Yeah.
I gotcha. So we've been doing this for about 58 minutes now. I know we said we were going to aim to do an hour, so I think we nailed it.
We have 2 minutes.
We do have 2 more minutes, but I do want to do some plugs and things. What, did you have a lot more to say?
No, if you want to plug, we can plug.
No. What'd you have?
Action Ortiz comments, "It is when you go deep on the glizzy."
Yeah, that doesn't help our understanding of it.
No, he's just trying to get his heat back for back when we were training.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, he just says a bunch of nasty stuff to me, just to get me to, he was trying to get personality out of me.
Gotcha.
But he would give me prison talk.
And now he wants you to look up glizzy. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's dick. I'm gonna say if you look it up, you're gonna see dicks.
Yeah, I'll like message him and he'll do his like.
I know exactly what you mean. But again, I was with him for probably the second greatest moment of my life when I saw a bear in person. What? Producer Terakawa is looking at me weird. I do want to read one more thing before we go to plugs, and you stop me if this is too much.
Stop.
All right, so we're done here today, guys.
Go ahead.
So something that I think captures why I wanted to do the Twitch stream with you, which again, for anybody who's still watching, we will be doing it weekly, every Friday, 7 p.m. We're going to do about an hour, so you guys can go and watch SmackDown starring Brock Lesnar. But I want I saw you made a post 6 days ago. I have it on my phone here. And I thought what you wrote...
Oh, shoot, you still shot?
Yeah, I screenshotted it. I screenshotted it today because I want to read it today. But I thought what you wrote is the perfect reason for why I thought we'd be excellent to do a Twitch stream podcast. And hopefully eventually we get those YouTube videos up. So with your permission, I'd like to read this.
I don't even know what it is, but go ahead.
All right. So you posted a picture, and I didn't screenshot the full picture, but go to Mitch's Instagram, Mitch Valen.
That one.
Yeah. So you wrote, and I quote, "I just want to entertain people. If I have the opportunity to be given a platform and approximately 10 to 15 minutes to perform in front of a crowd that spent their hard-earned money to come watch me wrestle, then I have something to live for. I accept the fact that I may never receive a contract at any major organization or be a superstar, as it's put in every wrestler's brain to become. But I know there are people who watch me wrestle and enjoy what I do." And then you go on to plug August 1st and our match there, where you also call us, if Lloyd and Harry were real, that's probably us. So I want to read that because I thought what you put there was very nice about how we just want to entertain people and we just want to kind of give people something to look forward to. People aren't paying for this at all, obviously, so it kind of goes away from the hard-earned money. But it's still an hour a week or so for us to entertain. I really liked what you wrote there, so I wanted to read that and put that forward.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate it.
Of course.
River Shark 83's got a question for us. He
I,
said, "I got a good question for you guys.
yep.
Are you guys going to be bringing back the flaming table?" I don't know if he's talking about the YouTube show or a legit flaming table.
As far as the YouTube show, I always say yes. I will eventually. Um, it's hard to get people to do it with me because it's making people hurt themselves for no money, and then excuse me, and then pretty much coming close to shitting themselves later. Which I'll talk about that more on the next episode as well. Because
He's got one more question.
Well, River Shark, you were a little late, but we'll answer that as well. Dream opponent for both of you guys. Do you have a dream opponent, Mitch?
Eddie Kingston.
Mine's Hornswoggle. It will always be a Hornswoggle. He knows this. I know this. So one day I really would hope we could do that. But yeah, I just want to point out that we're just trying to entertain people. Thank you guys for spending your time with us. Beef Wellington, another dream opponent of mine. Every Friday, 7 p.m.
I'll take the ultra-violent ass punch.
There you go. We're calling out Beef Wellington now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll wrestle Beef Wellington.
There you go.
I want to go to Canada.
Yeah. Bring us to Canada, Roch, as soon as America's done being dumb and people will let us into their countries again. But anyway, we're just trying to entertain people. Thank you guys for spending your time with us, obviously. We're going to do this every Friday, 7 p.m., as long as Mitch is up to do it.
I wear my mask, Roch.
We do.
I'm sure Jeff wears his mask.
I do, every single day.
You got to go to the bumblefuck towns down in the deep south who don't even know what a mask is to tell them to wear it.
Yep. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Don't be an asshole. Mitch, what do you have to plug?
Follow me on Instagram at Mitch Vallon, all lowercase. Follow at Who Are the Lone Rangers, WAT Lone Rangers on Instagram. I'm private on my Facebook. Leave me alone unless I know you.
Fair.
I don't really use Twitter because wrestling's like high school, except in high school we had a lunch break. So I don't want to see the petty drama unless it's very important.
Smart.
And unless I think it's a big deal. Certain things have been a big deal on Twitter, so I understand. But you can follow at me on Twitter at Mitch Vallon, uppercase M for Mitch, Vallon, uppercase V.
Yeah.
Jeff, your turn.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Instagram, Twitter, all at Jeff Cannonball. If you want to find me on Facebook, feel free. It's my real name because Cannonball is not my real last name, and Facebook didn't like that. WAT Lone Rangers on I can tell Mitch like that on Instagram, also on Twitch. Please, I know, and we're still learning this Twitch thing as we go, so bear with us. But please follow us on here. Tell all your friends about us. Tell them that we're not so bad. But yeah, WATL or WAT. What?
We're hip.
We're hip. We're cool.
We're hip.
We know what glizzy means.
Yeah.
WAT Lone Rangers
Genitalia.
on genitalia. Twitter, Instagram. We also have an email, so if you want to email us, I don't know why.
An email?
Yeah. Didn't I email you all the passwords from the email?
No.
Oh, well, we have an email, WATLoneRangers@gmail.com. If you look in it right now, Mitch, it's just going to be pretty much the password for everything.
No nudes. Please.
No nudes.
No nudes.
Unless you really want to.
No.
Action
no
Ortiz. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you guys for watching us. Please come back again next week.
Yeah, come back next week.
All right, and now I'm going to do this because I don't know how to actually turn this off.
Press stop streaming on OBS.
I was told to press stop streaming on OBS.
Thank you for coming.
Oh wait, yeah, we have our goodbye song.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Come back next week. Next week.